Hi Flosstube! Welcome to my channel, Stitch Lit by Claire. I'm Bonnie Claire and I'm finally back and ready to talk to you more about my cross stitching. I have been stitching a lot every day again, which is great. I took a really long break and then kind of came back in May and did like not every day, but started picking it up again over the summer just as I started to feel better. I'm pregnant and sick, and when I'm nauseous I have an aversion to everything. So now I'm feeling a lot better and getting a lot more stitching done. I actually just had filmed and I hadn't done this in so long. I was like in the wrong orientation and I was about 5 minutes in and I was like, oh wait, I need to fix this. So I'm starting over. It seems like there's a learning curve when there's such long breaks. I'm relearning things again. So hopefully I'm not forgetting anything else. I turn on Do Not Disturb so I don't get any phone calls or anything to interrupt this. But yeah, I think I'll jump in. I have two fully finished items and they're both just framed that I did myself because I'm too cheap to send things in a frame. And I also feel like there's a big like DIY part of me where I'm just like, I'm gonna figure out how to do this myself. But last time I hinted that I had kind of a secret project, and it was because it was for my anniversary. We hit our 10-year wedding anniversary this year in August, and so I was stitching a piece to kind of commemorate that. I have a wall with some of my favorite pictures of us as a couple. There's also a picture of my husband with our boys because I love it too. But there's a perfect spot for this on that wall. So maybe when I put it up, I can show you all of them together because I think they'll look nice together. Let's see. I had a good angle before with less glare. Here we go. Good enough. This is by Silver Creek Samplers, and I think it's called Missing Puzzle Piece. I can't remember now what the pattern's called. Says, my love for you will never cease. You are my missing puzzle piece. And I gotta go closer so you can see the hands. You can't see them too well. I changed the color of the hands so that it matched more of my pale and freckly skin, but it blends in a bit. It's not as bad in person, so, but on here you really can't see them too well. So I don't know, that's one I'm like, I sort of regret that, but not enough. You know, I'm just happy with it. It's cool. So the other things I changed, his suit arm, I changed to a navy blue. It was like a grayish or black. I think it was a over-dyed thread, gray or black in the chart, and I just changed it to a navy. Oh, what was the color? Because it was a dyed, I can't remember. I think it was like Midnight or something by Gentle Art. But here, so I'm not great at always delivering those facts on YouTube, but if you're on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at Stitched Lit, and on there I'm really good about like making notes about any threads I changed, what fabric I used. Oh yeah, this was stitched on a 40 count Mellowstone, I think it's called, linen by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. It's whatever fabric I bought last video. I showed it in the video. That's the fabric I used for the chart, I think. Now I'm like, wait, had I already started? No, I don't think I had. I started this in August and I was like rushing to finish it, but I finished it in time. And then I also changed, I think this was a crew, and I changed it to white just so it would pop a little more. And I did have like a lacy wedding dress, so it fit, it matched my dress. And fun fact, I wore my mom's wedding dress. It was amazing. It like fit perfectly. And she had the old school, like the kind of sheer poofy sleeves. Very, I think she was married early 80s. It was like late 70s, early 80s style. And so we changed those to short sleeves using excess lace from the sleeves to do a cap sleeve. Maybe I'll insert a picture. I'll try to insert a picture. I loved wearing my mom's dress. I thought it was just really classy and I felt like a princess. So anyway, I've been holding this up forever. So that's that one. And it was like fairly big. Oh, and I wanted to mention I had seen this chart, so it was kind of a spontaneous decision, like, oh, I need to stitch that because I love puzzles and 10 years is awesome. I saw it on the Flosstube B&E stitchery. They're in Maine. Emma and her mother. Dang, I'm forgetting her mom's name right now. Sorry, I'm totally blanking, but I've watched all their videos and really enjoy them. So I actually had slated them for a shout out, so I guess you get that a little early. But Emma really reminds me of a good friend of mine down here, who actually works with my husband in accounting, and Emma does accounting, so I'm like, I see the personality similarities with the accountant mindset. Is just really fun. So anyway, you should go watch them. I'm gonna be better about tagging people in my notes too. I have a lot of reforming to do. I don't think I made a note in my last video at all. So I'm gonna try to be better about all this stuff. Sometimes I film, I'm just like, yes, I did one, I got it up. So anyway, my other FFO is this. My husband is from Wyoming. Wyoming, I said that weird. And he just started a new job. His office is very boring, so I was like, we gotta change this. I'm gonna make something for you to help you decorate. And so I saw these by Thread Milk Designs, and I decided I actually wanted to stitch every state where a member of my family was born. So me, my husband, and my 3 children, almost 4, but 2 of them will be North Carolina, so I already bought the North Carolina. So what I did, what was the fabric for this? R&R fabric. I can't remember the color name. It's on my Instagram. Go follow me there. That's where you get the details. But I just used a DMC, this brownish red. It was like $37.80 something. And I changed this. It said like Tarhi. I asked my husband how to pronounce it. I don't think he even knew. It was like a ski resort. They're not skiers. So I changed to his hometown, Sheridan, which is way up north near Montana, near the border, and it's beautiful up there. Of course, I only ever visited in the summer, and I loved it in the summer. So anyway, that's gonna go in his office. They're just quick smalls. I finished it in a whole day, in a whole day. That made it sound long. In only a day. It was really quick. Yeah, so I'm excited to stitch the rest of those. I don't know exactly, like I know I want to stitch all our birthplaces, but I don't know where I want to display them or how I want to do that, so I haven't gotten there. By the way, I finally painted my nails. I kind of wanted to do that before filming too, vanity, and I just have to give a shout out to Eric, my husband. He will watch this. He likes to kind of troll. If there's any comments that are sort of sassy, that's him. But he helped paint my toenails because my belly is so big now, I can't reach them. And so he helped, and I thought that was the sweetest thing. So thank you, Eric. I hope that doesn't embarrass you. I just think it's precious. Those are FFOs. I have 3 finishes too. I've been rolling. I've also haven't filmed for a good like 6 weeks, so maybe it's not that impressive when you think about that. Okay, I'm trying to think how to show you this one. First is a small Mill Hill kit. This one is train, I can't remember what it's called, Holiday Express maybe? My 3-year-old is super into trains right now. Look at that sparkle. And so what I'm trying to do, this is the first year I'm actually doing it, is make an ornament that sort of sums up them or what they've been really into this year. By them, I mean my children. So I'm making one for each of my children to kind of sum up what they've been into, or if we had a special trip or something that we really want to commemorate, what I've done in the past years, and I still do something like that, but I've been buying ornaments that are representing what we were into or doing, and now I'm gonna finally make them. So I've done 2 out of 3 of the children. We'll get into that. But anyway, here's my little train. I loved it, and it was so cute when I was making it. I had the little picture that came with the chart, and my son just loved running around the house holding the picture. He's like, train, train. So it was cute. I knew it'd be a hit. He wants this. He thinks it's like a toy for him, but I've tucked it away, and I'll finish it off, and we'll put it on the tree this year. And then my other one that I did, I think I'm going to keep using this as a board, actually. Works pretty well. This is a broom from Harry Potter. So, I should have written down the name. It's pulled from a chart that has lots of motifs from Harry Potter. I want to say it's called the Magic Sampler. I don't think it's called the Harry Potter Sampler. Darn it, I'm forgetting the name of the designer too. Go to my Instagram, and I'll try to link it in my notes below. I'll try to remember. And here, my oldest has caught the Harry Potter bug. He's been reading the books. We told him he has to read the books before he watches the movie because the books are better. That's just my general stance on books made into movies. Read the books. And he's been super into it. So I put his name and the year, and there's actually a tiny golden snitch. I added that. But I really like this look. So I've never seen something like this that looks like drawing. And it's very backstitch heavy, lots of color changes, confetti, all that good stuff. But I think it looks so cool when it's done. So my other son is also reading Harry Potter, and he is a big animal guy. He wants to be 7 things when he grows up. One of them is a zookeeper. But like his favorite thing about Harry Potter is the owl Hedwig. So there's an owl in this chart that I'm pulling these from. So maybe by my next video I'll have started that one. I've been a little bit like, I had to finish my anniversary piece, and then I got really into my baby sampler, which I'll show you. It's a whip. So I haven't even started that, but I've been kind of like, I have till December. So just wait, like December 15th, I'll be like stitching like crazy trying to get that up. Just because I know myself, but hopefully before, because poor second child, middle child. I'm a middle child. I already have a complex. So I've got to give him the love and attention. My other finish, I showed this in the last video. Wasn't finished yet, but it is now. It's my Halloween bell pull. I told you I'd have it done by Halloween. So, well, here's the whole thing. So, my little timer thing's in the way. There. That's it. And then up close, you can see, I know I showed you all these last time, but I'll show you the ones that were done. Eek! The cats. And happy Halloween. That was a lot of stitching. I was so happy to be on the last one, and then I'm like, whoa, this actually takes a long time. Oh, and I told you, I think, if not, I'm telling you now, I want to finish this as a bell pull. That's why I stitched them lengthwise. So the charts come in sets of 3. I mixed them up. So I put them all as one because I'm going to do it as a bell pull. And I had a bell pull, which I haven't been able to find since we moved. I don't know where it is. I haven't unpacked all my craft bins. So it's probably in one of those. But then Lindy Stitches came out with this one. And the other one I have is probably twice as wide, maybe more. So this is actually the perfect size. So when I saw this, I ordered it, and this is what I'm going to use to turn it into a bell pull. So that'll be an FFO before Halloween. It has to. I want it up this Halloween. So it's also my first time making a bell pull. I really hope it goes well. I mostly just frame things or sew them into pillows, but my sewing skills, oh, they're just not good, and I want them to be good. So, yeah, practice. I just don't like practicing on my precious cross stitch because that takes hours. I'll get there, just you wait. A couple years from now, I'll be a finishing queen. That's it for finishes. This video is going to be longer than my last two, I think. Last four. I don't know, they've all been around 20 to 30 minutes, and that's short for me, but you may not know that if you're new here. So, maybe you like that, but I do feel like I finally have a lot more to show. So, whips. If I sound like I'm out of breath, it's because I always am now. It's just part of having a baby squishing your diaphragm, I think, and a stuffy nose. So, anyways, whips, that's works in progress. And the first one I'll show you is just a small one. I don't think I've posted about this on my Instagram. This is Grow Whirligig by Heart and Hand, and I started it a few years ago. I thought I started it in 2019, but then the copyright says 2020, so maybe I started it in 2020. And it's so small. So it's one of those where I'm going through my stash. I'm like, it's kind of sad that I haven't finished this yet. And since I've been working on a bigger project, I've been craving a finish. So when I need that satisfaction, I pull this out and it's super close. So this is how close I am. I still have a couple other little flowers and a ladybug here. Gotta fill that in, but I'm really close. And I have been subbing colors. I'll have to write all that down on my Instagram. I write it in my chart. I can show you this part, right? Just hide that. So yeah, I usually just make a note on here. What I change. So I know I changed the browns and the blues. That's all. That one, I thought I'd have done by the end of this week. Probably could have had it done by today. But I'm so close to finishing my baby sampler, which I'll show you next, that I decided this weekend I'm just going to work on this until it's done. So I'm going to be done with this next time you come here. Please come back. Actually, if you're not into it, don't come back. It's all good. This is my baby sampler. Let me actually show you. This is by the Historical Sampler Company. And it's called A is for Arc. I think I bought it as a kit. I did, because I have the threads, but I changed the fabric that I was using. It came with a 16 count tan Aida, and I like this oatmeal fiddler's cloth color better, and I think I'm doing 18 count. So, and then also you'll notice I changed this. This is Raindrop. My baby that this is being stitched for is my rainbow baby. So we made that rainbow. I'll just show you a few of these up close. Arc, boot, chicken. It's been fun as I've been stitching at my son. So this one's for my 3-year-old. I haven't finished any of them, so obviously I'm not doing this in order, but this was the farthest along, so I picked it up first. But he comes and just kind of looks at what I'm doing and points to the pictures. He's like, house! And what else does he actually recognize? Tractor, rainbow! He doesn't know what some of these things are, like a pram. We don't call it that because I'm American, but I like it. I think it's cute. And oh, and the ducks and the owl. He's really into acting like animals right now. So he likes to climb on me and roar like he's a lion. And I have to act scared to get his cute giggle. So anyway, yeah, close to being done. I just have the 3 more down here, a little bit of border, and then I have to fill in his name and birth details. And then I'm done. So that's gonna be this weekend. I'm determined. And then my other whip, what I've been doing, my goal with this baby sampler, so all the ones I'm making for my children are from the same company. And they're very similar with the little squares that each have a little picture with the alphabet, but they're different pictures in each one. Anyway, but because they're so similar, I really didn't want to be burned out on it. I really want to finish these like this year. Maybe into next. We'll see. I'll have a baby by then. Oh, I better. I'm due around the new year, so we'll see. My husband at first was like, oh, I really hope it's December for the tax benefit, and now he's like, oh, I hope January for our insurance benefit. So that's how our practical brains are working. But honestly, baby comes when he comes, and it's all good. What was I saying? No, I don't remember. I lost my train. That one derailed. Anyway, oh, what I was doing. So I don't burn out, I've been trying to do 1 square a day. And if I want to do a little more, like I've been working on the border as I go, then cool, I'll do more. But if I'm just like done with it by that square, then I'm done. And I feel good about it, and it's been really keeping me on track to finish quite quickly. So since it was Sampler September, I have this beautiful sampler that I've been wanting to start, and I'm just like, I gotta start it. So that was my September project, but I made sure I got my square done on the baby sampler before this one. So I haven't gotten as much progress in it because we've been very busy and I don't have as much time to stitch. So sometimes all I have time for is to just finish that square. But all that said, let me show you where I got. First of all, this is the chart. So it's GH 1857 by Swide, I think is how you say it. Where's the name? Oh, here it is. I love these blues. Navy, like a dark navy blue, is one of my favorite colors. It's just classic. I didn't paint this house, but the walls are navy, and it just goes with so many things. I think it looks really good. Anyway, very attracted to this color, and this chart I just think is gorgeous. So pretty. It was one of those that I saw it, and it just kind of made me heart attack and hernia, as Laura would say, from Brenda and Laura. Love them. So this one, I just was like, okay, I have to start it. So I got the threads, and I have this really pretty fabric from XG Designs. This is marbled hazelnut, I believe. And I wanted kind of the vintagey mottled look. This is all I've done. But I've really focused on the border, and I actually kind of liked it. It was when I'm so tired, which is most of the time, which that just reminded me, this eye is twitching all the time. I'm like, either I'm just chronically tired or I'm about to lose my mind. Like in the cartoons, you know, they start like twitching and then their head pops off or something. And then it goes back on and they're fine because it's a cartoon. Nothing gross. I'm not trying to be gross. We're all good here. But that's what it feels like. It's like something's gonna happen. No, we're all good. Kids are in school now. So I mostly focused on the border, and then there's this motif that is really challenging. It's cool when it's done. It looks so pretty, but while doing it, I have one problem with this chart, and it's that the symbols are too similar in the actual chart itself. They're like, let's see if I can give an example. There's like a clover and a heart, and they're pretty dense and have that kind of like round shape that I've almost messed up multiple times because they're so similar. And so with something where there's lots of different colors so close together, it's been hard. And so it's not a stitch when I'm tired piece. That's what the Ada's for. So that's my only beef with it. Otherwise, I just think it's beautiful and I really am enjoying it. But just haven't spent as much time on it because I'm working on my baby sampler. Sorry, I gotta adjust because I'm losing the feeling in one of my feet because I was sitting cross-legged in a chair. But yes, so hopefully when I finish that baby sampler, I can put a little more time into this. Though I will be, depending on how I feel, probably jumping into starting the next baby sampler. You're gonna see a lot of these you're gonna see a lot of the same type of thing probably for the next few months. Just like these squares with different pictures in them. But I think they're really cute and fun, so hopefully so do you. And I am, I have changed my ways, and I'm a bit more focused on one thing at a time. But I'm still the old me too, where I'm like, I need to finish, I need to start. I just like need to feed that monster in me. So, it's a very happy, cute monster. It's a good monster, and happy when it gets new starts and finishes. I don't know why I'm going into this. That's weird. So, all I'm saying is I'll still be probably jumping around enough that you'll see new things. And as we're getting into the fun different holidays, I know last time I already said this, I wanted to show a lot of my previous finishes on here, which I haven't done yet. So there should be enough to shake it up. So come back. I'm really bad at selling myself. I'm more like, here's all the reasons why you shouldn't. But I'm also like, do your thing. Do what you like. So, okay. The next part. I had a birthday in August, and two things about that. One, now I'm 34, and I bought myself some presents, so that's what I'm going to show you. Two, the day after my birthday, I finished something, and so I was like, oh, I should do 35 finishes before I turn 35, because I'm already off to a really good start. I got one, like, as soon as I possibly could, the day after my birthday. So I'm doing that. I think I will reach it. It kind of depends on if I keep focusing on these big projects. But I'm off to a great start. I have one finish already before I turn 35. Pretty much a whole year to do it. So that's one thing I'm doing, is just the 35 before 35, because we like to do those cute little things here on Flosstube. And then, yes, I bought myself some birthday presents. It's kind of nice that, having an August birthday, there's also the August Needlework Expo. So I just put in a few orders there and got myself some presents. So here's some of what I got. Hello from Liz Matthews. This is the 9th day of Christmas. I actually don't have them all. I really liked this one though, so I'm like, I'll get it. And I have some of them. Eventually I'll get them all. But grab that one. And I'm also part of her Patreon, and so you get a little chart every month. And she's just, if you like the designer enough, which I do, I think it's worth it to join their Patreon and get their freebies. I've heard Teresa Kogut's is really good too. I haven't joined hers yet though. The next from, the same family, Carriage House Samplings. I liked this stocking a lot. And I think I already told you, I got a little guy who loves trains. And I like the upside down child. I don't know. I just thought it was really cute and fun. And this is even something like, I could totally take out this scene and just stitch that. And I just love how there's so many things you could do with just the one chart. So, got that one. And then this one, this is from this place. It's in French. So let me just let you look at that. I'm pretty sure you type that in. Oh, here's some websites. It comes, you can just order directly off their website, and it comes from France. And it takes a little bit, but it is fine. So they have so many cute things. I recommend you go look. And I had some other charts, but I put them away. So this is one of them I left out because I want to stitch it sooner rather than later, among the hundreds of things I want to do. But they're a French company, and part of my motivation, again, I'm bringing up a shout out early, Kensington Cross Stitch, which is Deborah, I think. I feel bad if I just got your name wrong. Deborah, I'm quite sure. I have a very similar taste to her, and I'm really into the European cross stitch, and so I had found her channel and was watching a lot of them, and so that made me go, look, I've bought some things from them before, but I was like, oh, I haven't actually seen what they've been up to in a while. There's probably new things, so I went and I ordered some stuff from there. And another designer I love that she talks about is Christiane Dahlbeck. She's a German designer and has really awesome books that usually I get from French Needle Press, but you can also just go to her website, and I'm probably gonna have to link this below. You can download PDFs of her stuff. And what else? Oh, and then I have some of my birthday haul I'll get to, and another that was a German one too. So she that's what a lot of my birthday presents were, actually, was like, it was like, oh yeah, I need to check on some of these, because when it comes to actually collecting, like, I think these books from Germany and stuff are just really well done and gorgeous, and they're things I probably will want to keep forever versus like a chart or something. So, and they're just fun to look through. Does that make sense? So it's just like a pretty book as well as projects I want to do. So anyway, Deborah, I'm pretty sure, oh, I feel so bad if I got your name wrong, Kensington Cross Stitch really steered me back in that direction. But then a few other, this one was from the the August Needlework Expo. I have a thing already up that says "We are Stardust, we are golden" from Joni Mitchell. So this is just a fun Halloween spin on that. And then this one also, I think, so pretty. It's not straight up cross stitch, but it doesn't look too complicated. And this is also from that. So, Harvest Tiny Town. I think I have all the Tiny Towns. I finished one of them, which probably won't see. I took down all my old videos because I'm trying to do this in an orderly fashion. But I finished the Valentine one, so you'll see that someday. This is separate. Something I want to do. So I am a 100% boy mom. I don't have any girls. I'm not going to. And so I thought that it would be cool, as I'm kind of getting into samplers, I wanted to stitch the ones made by boys. Both my older sons have tried cross stitching. One of them finished something. The other one hasn't. I need to find his piece so that he can finish it. They're working on little dinosaurs. And the one who hasn't finished, actually, just yesterday, he was like, I want to do everything with you. Like, he's my cooking buddy, so when I'm cooking dinner, he likes to come help. But he was like, if you're sewing something, I want to help you sew, and I want to learn how to do that on the machine, which I was like, I gotta learn how to do it on the machine first to really teach you. And he's like, and cross stitch. He was just super enthusiastic about wanting to do everything. So anyway, and he's 7, but I just thought these were sweet. So I found a few, and some of them were downloads, so I don't have them to show. But if you know of any samplers by boys, please tell me. I'm on the hunt. I'm looking. I have, I think, 1 or 2 from Hands Across the Sea, and I have that one. And I think Sam Bray Stitches said she is going to be charting one, so that's something to look forward to. But just please tell me. I'm on the hunt. So speaking of hunt, Elizabeth Hunt. This was a freebie. I ordered the German books from the Silver Needle, so that's one place you can get them. Sometimes it's hard to know where to get the European stuff. Silver Needle has some by UB Design, so I'll show those to you in a second. And sent this chart as a freebie, but it's really pretty. The sampler from With Thy Needle and Thread, Elizabeth Hunt. And I'll go ahead and show you what I got from Silver Needle. So this was one of the books. It's very shiny. So UB Design. Silver Needle has some. Down Sunshine Lane has some. I'll show you a little of what's in here. They're all like white and gold. I don't know if I want to stitch this shiny gold unless I find a thread I really like. Because we all know about metallic thread, right? It's horrible. So here's one I like. And those. And I'm trying to not show the charts, but find the pretty pictures. When it's a fresh book, they all kind of stick together. Here's one. It's like a sparkly silhouette of the town, and it's kind of cool. I have to poke around my hand so I can see if you're actually seeing it. So like I'm playing peekaboo with my toddler. Hope you're having fun. Okay. I think that's all of them. Oh, there's a pretty flower. Want to see the pretty flower? Oops. There you go. And then another book from there. That one was called Es Glitzert. Es Glitzert. It glitters, right? I think that's what that means. And then this is Furiaden Etwas, which means, I think, either for any time or for anything, for whatever. Doesn't mean that. Actual German people, why don't you tell me? I lived in Germany and I don't use German and I don't remember it really. There's so many beautiful things in here. So I like this. Sorry, I keep accidentally showing some charts. And my foot is still numb. Back in April, was it? No, not this year, last year. I broke my foot because I tried walking on my foot that fell asleep. And I stepped on it wrong and I broke it. So, gotta be careful about those sleeping limbs. I love these. I like this one a lot. They're 3 separate charts. So you could do just one or 3. So I love this one with the heart. I love this one with the bird. Right here. But then if I would be stitching 2 or 3, I'm just going to do all of them. So I really thought that was pretty. They're just so unique from what I see everywhere. Here's another seaside. Yeah, this video is definitely going to be longer. I hope I have enough storage. And sometimes I think they take just one little part from the chart. That's something that, like Christiana Dahlbeck and these books from Germany or France, I feel like they're really good at, like, they give you a chart, but then they show you all these different ways you can pull little motifs from it and do so many things. So there's this pretty bird. They're just unique, and yeah, they're harder to find here, so I think that's why I feel like this is more of a collector's item. So that's what I got from Silver Needle. Stick my receipt back in there. And this is kind of, so I hadn't bought anything in a long time, and then I kind of did get a lot for my birthday, but then I'm also not really buying anything again now. So it was really just birthday presents and now a break. The next thing I think I have coming up is I want to do Jingle Ball again around Christmas. So this one. This is another Soiree. And I love the sampler I'm doing, and so I was just looking at what else they had and love this. So I got this. And I think I'm using some Extra Designs fabric for it. I have it all kind of kitted up and ready to go. Yeah, I get the monthly club from them. So this is Dirty Clothes. It's from the April Prim collection. And I got the threads and all that ready to go. So that'll be another start when I'm craving finishing something small. That's not on my birthday haul. My husband watches, but this is really all I've been buying. I think that's funny how we're all like, hey husband, or significant other. So I got just some fabric from number 12 Stitch Co. I really wanted to try, and so that came. Let me see what all the colors are. This one, this is a brown called Mud Cake, and I got Cereal Starter. That's in honor of Brenda and Laura, and I'll show that one last. This one is False Starter. So I'll hold these together. You can see this is more pink and this is more yellow, but both very prim. And then I got Outback Sky, which is this really pretty blue. And this one, so something I'm trying to do, like a new thing in my floss tube, is show you something I've had in my stash that I really want to work on. But it's not a whip, because I will do whip braids, and so I'm like, I need to give some attention to the things that aren't whips that I just have, so you can see the variety of what I got. So I think I got this just initially was in some kind of box, I think, like a Halloween box, but it was just released again, so you can get it now. Obviously I've had it and haven't even started it, but I think that if the dark colors show up well, I'm actually going to do the top part on this blue, as long as the black shows up okay. I think it will, but I haven't tested it yet, so that's tentatively my plan for that. And that is everything besides the rest of my shout outs. So I've mentioned Kensington Cross Stitch and the B&E. What I've been doing on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram. Follow me here too if you like. You get more personality here. There's just pictures of my stitching. But what I'm adding to when I post a picture of what I've been stitching, I am trying to write what floss tubes I've been watching while I've been stitching. But you can't tag everybody. That must be, is that a new thing on Instagram where you can make it so people can't tag you? Anyway, I can't tag everybody. So you can see a lot of, if you're looking for Flosstubers to watch, you can, that's one place where I'm doing it. And what I'm trying to do is watch a new one every day or every time I'm stitching. And I have also been really looking for people who are new or don't have tons of videos. Not all of these fit into those categories, but some do. So these ones are new. This is Cross Stitch the Globe, and I didn't write down all the names, so I'm not going to remember everybody's name, but they're sisters, and one of them is a photographer, and she's starting to convert some of her photographs into these full coverage pieces, small and big, and they were just funny and themselves. I really enjoyed watching them. So that was Cross Stitch the Globe. And then Just So Sherry, Most of these people actually probably like have more subscribers than I do, so you probably have heard of them. But Just So Sherry from Northern England, I think. She's hilarious. Love her. And then Two Needles Pulling Thread. They are sisters-in-law from Maine. I'm like really into what it's like to live in Maine. So you Maine Flosstubers, I'm like, what's it like up there besides really long winters? Because otherwise it sounds really nice. And then I've been watching Sarah's Stitchy Spot, who you've probably heard of, but she's from Northern California. So is my mother. And just joyful. Love her. Really great. And then KBH Stitches. KBH. Maybe I should show you because I kind of... Can you read my handwriting? I think her name's Karen, but another one who just was cracking me up. And then Stitch Stitch Bead is Audrey, and I want to be your friend. I think you're hilarious. And we both have boys around the same age, so let's be Flosstube friends. And Julie and Stitches, and which she talks about La La Dee Stitches a lot, which kind of led into that. So I've watched all of La La Dee Stitches, but she has a huge following. So you probably know about her, but I've enjoyed both of them. La La Dee is LALADEE. Yeah, because I'm humble. So that's a long list, but for 5-6 weeks worth of stitching and trying to change it up every day, that's not even everybody. But I'm trying to keep track of who I've mentioned so I can try to mention new people every time. But go jump around and check out some of these Flosstubers. They're great. They're entertaining. Usually, like, sense of humor pulls me in. I do like a good laugh. So you'll find some good stuff in there. But that is it for me. I don't know how often I'm going to be able to film. Just kind of depends. I am a sub at the preschool, so if, I'll have a few free mornings where I can film, but sometimes I'll be called in to sub. So I'm hoping this can be just every 2 to 3 weeks, but it might be, every month or more. We'll try. We'll get there. And then I'll have a baby and everything will totally derail. So anyway, I appreciate you coming and watching. I love doing this. I love connecting with people online. I have just moved to a new area, so I feel like I don't really have any friends here yet. So I'm like, where are my internet friends at? Because I need that connection. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you whenever I do this again. Bye.